Okay, welcome back to Stotts Fine Art. Part two of this oil. That last video cut off a little bit of work. We put in some foliage and flowers and some of these trees, but we're going to do some more of this, and we'll finish this up for part two here pretty quick. Let's let's continue on some of this foliage that you missed on part one. So just mix up some green color, some sap green, and we'll darken it. A touch of crimson, touch of blue, maybe ultramarine blue. Just get a nice dark color. Maybe a little bit of yellow ochre here. Quite so dark, it looked a little too dark. Okay, and so we just put a nice dark base, working from dark to light, and I kind of like this stroke right here on the, so I'm not going to cover that up. Stay back from that. Doesn't hurt to use a finger down then. Just to fill in some of these spots. Get this paper or this old towel over me here. Use that for clean my hands. Okay, and then a little bit lighter green on top. A little thicker here. You see how nice and thick you can really get with these palette knife oils. And let's get some of that Lucas painting better. Extend the volume of these paints a little bit. And it also dries them a little quicker. Okay, extend this up a little, build it up a little. More foliage up on my tree. And just a little bit, when we put a little bit of foliage back in this courtyard here, just right back in here. Just back beyond this wall and gate. lay it in directly. Don't be afraid of it. Just get that thick paint. A lot of my students, they just can't quite start off with this thick of paint. And got to be liberal with it. Okay, that's a nice little spot there, and then maybe just a little bit back behind the little Adobe, you can see a few things. Peeking up from behind that Adobe in the distance, just to soften the look of it a little. Even do a little stirring up with the tip of it. Some distant foliage. Okay, that's probably good enough for right there. Maybe another spot or two. Okay, now we got some flowers in here. We'll put a few over here too, and just quickly clean that knife off. Just a little paper towel. So let's see, we'll do a few more of these pink flowers. And you just kind of scrape that paint, let it take it right off the knife. Kind of a light touch, and it'll pull it right off of that slick knife, which is what you want. And let's see here, put a little more. More of that color. And there you go. So let's finish with the doorway. We've got a little return here of Adobe. We need to it's a little too dark. That's under painting, so let's mix up a little bit of darker Adobe color. Mixing up too much here, but it's all right. I'm about to finish. This part 2 is going to go pretty quick. Part 1, I was just about finished, and I don't know, my memory or something on my phone didn't like it. It stopped the video, so you missed a little bit of this, but then we just did it again, and then we'll finish with the doorway. Okay, let me darken this a little better. Under red and green are complementary colors, and can help darken some of these Adobe walls, the ones that are in shadow. That's just where that returns back to the door, so that's all that's doing there. I went ahead and put that over there. Normally I would wait till that's all finished, so it's in the way a little bit, but we'll work around that. May have to go over that and then put it back in. some of the ground here. Thicken up this ground here just a little bit. I have just want to build that ground up a little bit more, make it a little more interesting. Get up into here. Stir that up a little. Now this doorway, we can make it any color we want. We could just do a nice bare wood color. Let's see, this lintel, we'll just make it just kind of a wood color here. Put some dark out first. Dig in a little bit when you need to. And I'll put a little bit of light over that. That makes it a little too dark, a little too strong for. There we go. And then we'll put some maybe a wood color underneath. We'll see how that looks. I may go to kind of a light turquoise on this door, but we'll start with some bare wood, like a weathered wood door. See how that looks, and we can add some color if we think it needs it. Put a few little shapes on this door, maybe a little kick plate there down in here, and then a middle piece. You can just lay something on top, or you can just dig in, put a top piece. Maybe just dig in some little vertical boards, straighten this up a little, get the perspective a little better. with this edge a bit. Can always add a little Adobe there, maybe a little more color. Some yellow and a little bit of red. Strengthen up, brighten it up just a bit. Use a little more of this painting better. Color that up just a little bit more. Can thicken up the Adobe. There. Still a little darker than I wanted. Always thicken it up if you're having a little trouble with something. I like just thicken it a bit, give it a little more dimension. It just seems to work really well for it. There's a little lighter color in there, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe up here a little bit too. Okay. Set in there a little better. I still like to get things fairly plumb, you know, and true. Just used to be a builder, so I don't like things to get too far off kilter. We'll just make it dark, like a dark bronze handle instead of the gold. Just need some dark color here. Sometimes you have to mix a lot for just a small little detail. Okay, get just the right amount of paint on there. Try to anyway. And then do a little, there's a little handle. Quicker you do it, the better, I think. Make that go away down there a little bit. Clean that up. Okay. I kind of like that simple wood color. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. If you wanted to, you could mix up any type of color and just put a little on there, but I think this is okay. And so, just looking for any bare canvas to cover up. Sometimes you'll see little bits of bare canvas. Okay, I think that's That's about right for that. Just look at some any finishing touches. And then that's about it. That's a nice little Adobe palette knife oil, and this was along Canyon Road, just a little interesting Adobe that you see along there. And so that's about it. So we'll do some more of these. I think you're gonna like these. They're fun to watch. You know, people do on that nice squishy oil. So from Stott's Fine Art, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in, and like and subscribe if you like it. Thanks. Bye-bye.